Rap Brown and Stokely Carmichael. Everybody else, they wrote letters back and forth and put the other's name on it. You got to remember, our level of sophistication was low. This is our first time around. We have no contact with the Harlem Renaissance. We have no nobody ever even talked to, although he died in 1976, nobody ever even talked to Paul Robeson. We didn't talk to him. You don't remember him being, white folks resurrected him on WPFW and stuff, not black people. Black people didn't come to his aid when they put him in the crazy house in '61. They didn't. But he had experience. We had no one, that the Harlem transitional period was only 40 years before. 1920s, 1960s. Tons of people was alive. We didn't get no info from them. Everything, the Black Panther Party, probably the average age was 16, 17, 18. Bobby Hutton was 17 when he got martyred, 16, something like that. The old people was Eldridge Cleaver now. Huey wasn't that old. Bobby Seale was a little older. But they didn't have no experience. They didn't have no experience. So the first blow, bam, just knocked everybody out. This is one thing King said in Memphis. Longevity has its place. They mistake with us is longevity. That's the main mistake. You give a nigga a chance to go through the mill 5, 10, 15, 30 times, he got the game. It's not even talkable, but it's there. In the conscious, sufficiently, and in the subconscious, for sure. That's why you don't get nobody on your side. The little Negro guy over at, he used to come here. You remember said that we were jealous of him because he was over at WPFW. Come from Wackenut. Is that Wackenut they call it? Yeah. First time I seen him, he had a 10-gallon hat on and you don't have to ask nobody who that is. Wackenut. The same thing with Mukhtar. Mukhtar had on a doggone monkey suit and was telling me I have to chase down the bad guys. I said, well, where are you working at? At McDonald's. And I chased down that guy. I said, what did he do? He ordered a burger and shakes, and he ran off. I said, you chased the hungry nigga down the street. I said, you can't be part of As-Sabiqun doing that. I told I asked Mukhtar. Mukhtar, you listen, didn't I tell you, you can't be a part of us. They not the bad, ain't nobody hungry. I say, if you a guard and that's your money, you can holler. Run down the street hollering, hey, here I come. Oh, I'm getting close now. But you can't grab nobody and muscle them down. Because he run off with a burger. House, and then call your shot. I said, you ain't no outside, you can't do that. I told him that. I had to tell almost everybody, you can't do that in this movement. You cannot oppress no hungry man. You can't do it. It's just like, remember our Imam up in Brooklyn? Remember the blind sheikh? Yeah, I guess he passed away, Sheikh abdul-Alim. Somebody said that the sheikh gave a fatwa that it's all right to rob banks because these are kuffar. whatever it is, it's an Islamic discussion. And here come the chief Negro Imam in New York, Brooklyn, wherever he's at. And they asked him in the court, that man, now they're going to send him, they got the first World Trade Center and all of that. And some of the guys beat that. Remember the guy, what's the name? Nosair that shot Kahani or something like that. He beat the case. They gave him a fly-by-night little thing, and boy, them Yahoos was mad. Anyway, the details go kind of like this. So they say, that Sheikh Umar Abdul Rahman, did he give a fatwa that it's all right to rob banks in America? He said, yes. And they sent the Sheikh to the penitentiary. He died in the penitentiary. A blind man going to penitentiary for terrorism, he can't even, that's new. You know, a blind man going to the penitentiary, he ain't had his hands on nothing, but the Negro, and then the mushmouth New York Imam, y'all probably seen him. The mushmouth Negro tells us it was okay what he said because he swore on the holy book. I said, nigga swearing on the Bible mean he gotta tell the truth in a white man's court? Yeah, he had to tell the truth because they asked him, do you swear?
White man swear on his own Bible and don't never tell the truth.
If they want to bust a big white man, you know, just to show, they just question him about something. And when he lies, they don't put him in jail for what they was asking about. They put him in jail because he lied to the FBI. That's why nobody wants to be questioned by the FBI, because lying to the FBI is a crime. Right? Here's the Negro. He can't say, I forgot, I don't know, you know what I mean? He tells them yes, and they convict him on that. And then they're going to try to say it ain't snitching. It's worse than snitching. But that's the type of leadership and every time we have tons of programs about Malcolm X's and that, here they come, Malcolm X program. They mentioned Malcolm once, you don't hear about him no more for 10, 15 years. Well, haven't heard about it since that, whenever that was. We're against drugs, and they get all the media down and they're against drugs. Then you don't hear about it for 25 years.
That's because they waited for you to come with your program.
Man, and the people don't know, the citizens. Our people don't know why the heck they keep coming up with, what are we gonna do? What happened? Right? Where do we go from here? If you lost for 50 years in your own backyard, boy, look at here. You don't need guidance, you need something else. Can't nobody, if you lost for 50 years in your own backyard, where in the old days there was two realities in America. I mean, there was a few Latinos and stuff, but the main reality was the white man and the black man. For a long, long time. And if it takes 300 or 400 or 500 years to figure out the relationship of one and the other, and they got remember the NAACP used to have a flag outside every time somebody was lynched. Outside the offices, and there was a black flag. There was one out there all the time.
Somebody was lynched today.
Somebody was lynched today.
Yeah.
If they can't figure out the lady singing Strange Fruit, what's strange fruit? People's with their eyes popping out and contorted, I forget the exact words, but it was something like that. Hey man, let me see, let me go on and then I'll get to the point here. 3, creating the impression that certain New Left leaders are informants for the Bureau in order or other law enforcement agencies. They take a good guy, they try to say he's a tattletale. Okay. I guess that's what Mukhtar and them said about me. Forget about all these knots on my head, and I got an arrest record. Y'all see my arrest record? That was then, and the recent one is pretty thick too. They arrest me everywhere. I don't even mention all the time. When we had the program in Nevada and Vegas, the lady is looking at the thing and is talking crazy. I said, "Lady, what's wrong with you? I'm the customer here. You got to talk nice to me." And the police come. "You have to be quiet." I said, "I don't see no signs of silence around here. Y'all must be crazy. What the heck y'all talking about? What's wrong with y'all? You gotta be quiet." I said, "I ain't gotta be quiet." I said, "I'm the customer." They say the customer's always right, not her. You gotta ask her, what she doing, lady, what you doing hollering at the poor brother? In San Francisco, they done went me through, I done went through 3 shakeups already. Then I'm fine, but you going to blame? Yes, thank you. So I'm walking down the guy, "Stop, come back. Stand over there." I said, "What the hell is wrong with you? Stand over there." You could say, "Have a seat, we're going to talk to you." But y'all is crazy. You can't, this stuff happens. All this stuff, I got the detained record or the jail record. Whenever I go to jail, I keep a record of that. Now I got to stack this high. I'm going to Lebanon. I jump on a plane. When I get to UK to change planes, there's the UK border guard talking about, "Okay, come with us. Fill out this slip." I said, "This is an immigration slip to come here. I'm in transit. I'm going somewhere else. I don't supposed to be here." There's a sign. It says, when you transported somewhere else, you know what I mean? I'm going over there. I'm not coming here. I'm not filling that out. So you trying to deny me entry into London or the UK. I'm not coming here. I'm in transit. See the sign that says transit, go that way. And why are you standing there waiting till the door open and everybody walk by and then you got 3 arms? Y'all don't even use pistols much here. Why you got a pistol on and talking to me? Where when I do this? Where when I take your fingerprint? I said, "You can take my hand and lift it up and pop it down on there, but I'm not taking no fingerprints for you. Fool, who you talking to? We want to take your picture." I say, "Again, you can bring the camera in here or you can lift me up, put me on a wagon or a stool in front of the camera. I'm not going to duck down. I'm just going to be looking up in the air or whatever it is. But I ain't doing nothing. You can't tell me nothing." "Well, would you go in here?" I said, I think about it. I don't have to do nothing. You don't have no right to talk to me or to do nothing. I'm in transit. I don't have nothing to do with you. You're the United Kingdom. I'm in transit. I came through here 3 months ago. What's the problem? Anyway, I keep all of those records. Mukhtar ain't never had an argument with the police. And every time him and Khadijah come, they in a OPD wheelbarrow. A wheelbarrow is an open police department. They push him up to the door. And a fool calling me a police. I said, a police? I said, didn't they give you my money out of the bank account from D.C.? I say, you know, I'll win this case easy. I said, because you know you got 4475 C Street, and then your name on it. Now, if I do 2, 3 different addresses and stuff, and they look at, they say, you can't do that because that's wrong. Of course, I mean, they're doing it so I can win the case. But anyway, let's speed up. The use of articles from student newspapers and/or underground press to show depravity of the students. In other words, they got a program to try to mess them up. Marijuana and other narcotics, that's number 5, widespread among the new left. You should be alert to opportunities to arrest them, to bust them on drug charges. Number 6, drawing up anonymous letters regarding individuals active in the new left. These letters should set out their activities and should be sent to their parents, neighbors, and the parents' employers also. This would have the effect of forcing the parents to take action. So when I tell you that friends, family, and everybody else is involved in this, it's because this is the first place the feds go to is your parents, your cousin, who did you know? Remember I was telling you that one guy I knew when he was been encouraged to be a police, he kept calling me Chico. Hey, Chico. You know who that was? That was my grandson. He was 9 years old because we was living downstairs over there. Yeah. Who told him to do that? His mother probably told him to do that. Why? Because his mother is the most notorious snitch in Oakland. And then, when my grandson's supposed to be killed, Imam, who led the prayers at our Masjid for 20 years, and her hooks up his burial. And I said, you have to let me know. Is it going to be on Thursday or Wednesday? Whatever it is, they had it before I could get out there. They had it before I could get out there. Why? I don't know whether he's dead or not. I know that them niggas be talking crazy. I know that if Mukhtar and Khadijah called my house 6 or 8 hours, 7 or 8 hours before he's dead, telling me he's dead, and I say it on these videos, I done said it all over the country, and there's no investigation about it, and I got the doggone phone, remember the phone thing I gave y'all? It shows they called from California to this house. Informers? Shoot. Man, if you ain't used to informers, you got to learn to like informers. If you're going to do this type of work, you'll learn to love them. But you can't do the job. You can't do the job. Drawing up leaflets and letters, okay. Anonymous letters or leaflets describing faculty members and graduates, assistants, and institutions of higher learning, Writing anonymous mailing should be made to university officials, members of the state legislature, board of regents. You send letters to everybody, concerned alumni that give millions of dollars to the university. This university is supporting anti-Vietnam people. We got to, are you going to keep giving millions to them? And the concerned alumni called the president and everybody at the university. Whatever new left groups engage in disruptive activities on college campuses, cooperative press contacts should be encouraged to emphasize that the disruptive elements constitute a minority, Number 9, there's definite hostility between the SDS and the Socialist Workers' Party and the Labor Party caused fitna between them. The field was previously advised that the new left groups are attempting to open coffee houses near military bases in order to influence members of the armed forces. Whenever these coffee houses are, friendly news media should be alerted to them and their purpose. It goes on and on. So, who's a friendly media? Everybody. Now, they had friendly media then. They have our media now. Because we can't get on the media. See, they made mistakes in the old days. They fixed that up right away. We'll get to that in, consider cartoon photographs, anything. Take an opportunity to confuse, disrupt new left activities, misinformation, cancellation of programs. They sent out flyers to everybody saying the program is canceled, right? They sent U.S. people, them old Ron Karinga, them, they killed 4 brothers there. Prince Hunter, not Hunter, but they killed 4 of our brothers, Black Panthers, in '69 at UCLA. Because the white folks sent them a message. See, our people, they just didn't never get a chance to mature. The last one deal with us, and then I'll wrap it up. Counterintelligence program, Black nationalist hate groups, racial intelligence. 3/4/68, exactly 1 month before Dr. King is killed. Background, Revolutionary Action Movement, RAM, a pro-Chinese communist group, was active in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the summer of 1967. The Philadelphia office alerted local police, who then put RAM leaders under close scrutiny. They were arrested on every possible charge until they could no longer make bail. As a result, RAM leaders spent most of the summer in jail, and no violence traceable to RAM took place. That was Maxwell Stanford there. There was a program over at Howard a few years ago. I hollered at him because I was always saying most of the people on the COINTEL program